Well, hello, stampers. It's Wednesday. Happy Wednesday to you, and welcome to Stamping Through My Stash. Now, I have to say, I really do love doing this because I'm always shocked at the things that I have in my stash that I've purchased with great enthusiasm and then proceeded not to use, always thinking, oh, well, maybe next week or tomorrow, and then it doesn't happen. So actually my inspiration came from doing my video yesterday where it was stories and stamps, should have been called stories and paper. So between telling stories about my parents and their love story and how their love story gave birth to my love story. So that's pretty cool. However, in between telling the story, I was showing pattern paper that was retiring, and I saw this gorgeous paper, which I'll show you in a minute, and I even forget the name of it. Beauty of the Earth, I think. Anyway, it's perfect for the stamp set. Now, what's it called? Nuts About Squirrels. Now, of course, you're probably thinking, of course, you had to have that stamp set. It's about squirrels, but it's kind of a cutesy stamp set. So I waited for quite a while before I finally caved and bought it. And it was carried over from the last holiday catalog to the new annual catalog. So I did buy it, but it's the first time I'm inking it up. So let us take a look and see. Okay, so here is the stamp set, Nuts About Squirrels. And I'm also using Dress to Impress, but only the dies that go with it, just this die. Okay, so those are the things. And then the color of ink I'm using is Misty Moonlight. It is retiring. Okay, so I thought I do love that blue. So let's have a peek. I stamped the happy birthday, and then this is the paper. So I've cut the paper. It's 3/4 of an inch wide by 3 1/4 inch tall. Okay, and I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 strips. Okay, but I'm not going to make the card yet. I have stamped and cut out two cute squirrels. One is standing there looking, and the other one is proudly holding an acorn. But before we do anything else, I want to stamp through my stash. So we're going to get my favorite tool, the Stamparatus. And you know what? I'm just going to put this Dress to Impress stamp set under here. Get that one before it goes. It's retiring, and I'm going to do a fantastic class with it. But in the meantime, let's have a look. So the Squirrel set is a photopolymer stamp set, and it's also a two-step stamp. So that's great for a Stamparatus. So we'll start with the outline stamps, and we'll do them both at the same time. And then I'm going to show you a little trick that I did to get the squirrel looking less stark. Okay, we don't want a stark squirrel. So here we have him. There. So there's our two squirrels. I'm going to stamp their outlines in early espresso. There we go. And I think that it would also work really well to stamp these on patterned paper or on cardstock so that you would get a less stark squirrel, but I always do them on white first. There we go. So there's my early espresso I think needs a re-inker. It's almost the same color as my soft suede. So I'm going to give them an extra layer of color. There, they're looking a bit darker already. And one more layer. I just want them to be dark enough. And then I should make a note to re-ink it. So when you buy your ink pads, you should always buy re-inkers right away so that you don't get stuck with a dull ink pad. There. Okay, so here we have our outlines. And now I'm going to just wipe off my stamps and put them away right away because I don't need to do them again. So your chamois, after a while, if you store it inside your clear stamp case, it stays hydrated for a long time. But if you haven't used it for a month or so, you'll find that your chamois gets hard and dried up. Don't freak out about that. Just put it in a sink full of water, and it will gradually absorb water again, and then squeeze it out and rinse it till it runs clear. Okay. So now we're going to put the solid image in. So just lay it down and kind of fiddle with it. It only fills in half the tail, okay? So you want to make sure your ears are good and the face. It's kind of like a kaleidoscope. Okay, that looks good for that one. And now let's get the standing up one. There, so ears, paws, tail, it all looks pretty good. Okay, so I'm going to ink these up with soft suede. Just put the paper nice and tight into the corner again. And so soft suede. Now, my soft suede I do think is a little bit darker. At least it's darker than my one at home. Sometimes the batches of ink I think are slightly different. So I just let it fall, give it a press, and then, here we go. That looks good. So far it looks good. It's sideways for you, I know, but we'll take a look at them in a minute. So now I want to finish up the squirrel holding the nut here. That needs to be done. And there's two little pieces for that. So here's the nut piece. And I'm going to stamp that in crumb cake. Oops, it's sticking a little bit to my fingers. I think that's good. Oh, we'll take the squirrels off the Stamparatus. There. If I basically wash my chamois every day if I do a lot of stamping. Yeah. Okay, let's pick that up. So what the Stamparatus does is it lets you stamp exactly in the same place over and over again. You know what? I think I put my crumb cake ink pad away. Okay, so crumb cake. Tap, tap. And there we go. It's pretty light, but that's okay. I think sometimes maybe the next piece of the Cajun Craze is a little bit dark, but there's this little guy. You could also just color it in with a blend or a marker. But I figure if I was doing this and I was going to make a bunch of squirrels for cards, I would stamp a whole bunch at once. Once you have it all set up, it's just a nicer way to do it, and then store your extra squirrels in your stamp case. So there's Cajun Craze. There. So now, just to doctor it up a little bit, I am going to grab, let me see, where did I put it? My secret weapon, a blender pen. Okay? So what the blender pen is going to do is, I didn't do this perfectly, I'm just going to pull, oh look at that, it's just getting all light. You know what? I use this blender pen, look, with, if you look carefully, you'll see a white tip. I should have put a sticker on this. I use this with white craft ink. That is not what I wanted. I ruined my, I didn't quite ruin it, I guess I'm being overly dramatic. I've given a little bit of a dull tone to my acorn. So now what I'm going to do is take this brown and pull it from my stamped image so that he doesn't have a white face. See, in his ears, because you don't usually see a brown and white squirrel. See, you just take that in, and now your squirrel looks a little healthier. Same thing with the tail. And what it does is I'm taking ink off the stamped image, so that part will also get a bit lighter. So the squirrel's going to have a few more tones of color. It's sort of like a color lifter. See? And the more I do it, the browner it'll get. There. See? So I'm just going to go in circular motions. There. Now I think he looks a lot better. Okay, so that was my trick for coloring my squirrels, and you could spend a bit more time getting him just so. The key is to not use a lot of pressure when you're coloring. You don't want to wreck your paper. So there we have our squirrels, and I'm just going to straighten this out. I know it drives some of you guys crazy when I stamp upside down, so I'll try not to do that. So we have now a branch, and we have, oh yeah, this is a two-step stamp for the leaf, so I'll do first one. We'll put the leaf over here because I'm going to use a different color for that. And then we have words. And I'm just doing this so that you can see what they all are. I'm trying to stay away from the hinge. Oh, and it's sticking to my finger. And that's about you. And hey there. And I'll finish the leaf in a minute. Okay, better not forget that it's there. Okay, and then I'll have shown you all the, oh, I gotta clean that one. I have shown you all the stamps for the nuts about you. So here we go, pick them all up. And like I said, it's a great idea when you first get a stamp to stamp them all, and especially with dies, because every once in a great while we will have a die that doesn't work as well as it should. You know what, I'm going to use Cajun Craze, except for the leaf. And so you have 3 months when you purchase something from Stampin' Up! To get your money back or to get a replacement, okay? So you want to use your stuff when you get it, when you order it and it comes in. Before you forget, check it out, make sure it's all working the way it should, okay? Because Stampin' Up! Is a premium product, so you should get what you pay for. Look how nice that is. Isn't that great? So now I'm going to do some old olive on that leaf. I'm going to take these off first. You could use your markers as well to color on stamps if you just want to do one. Let's get those away. I like the branch here. It's really cute. It's a very nice set. Okay, so old olive. Oops, there's the other one. For the leaf. There we go. There. And now, oh goodness, I just had that other little stamp. It's amazing. You put something down and you think you've put it in a good place, and in the space of 5 seconds, there you go, you can lose it. I found it, thank goodness. There we go. You guys probably saw where I put it in my video. I missed it. Okay. So, you do find things back. Sometimes it takes a little bit longer, but, okay, oh, it moved. Crap. How did that happen? It was maybe stuck to my finger. See, my mind is faster than my body sometimes. Okay, there we go. Picked up. We're just going to do this one tone on tone. But it would look good stamped off too. But that looks great. Looks wonderful. So there's our stamps for our nuts about squirrels. Are you ready to make the card? Okay, let's put that out of the way. I should clean off this stamp. Sometimes you find a stamp months later still stuck on your Stamparatus. Here we go. Here, here. So this is a really cool card. This is a great card, like a layout to use to use your pattern paper up. Okay, so just strips of the same pattern paper that all coordinate. So here we have it. I'm just going to take them because I laid them out in a way that was the most pleasing to me. Or at least I think it was. I might play around with it just a little bit more. I think I might want to change this one with this one. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. Okay. Whew. All right, we'll start with the ends because some stick up and it's just, yeah. Let's see. I'm babbling. We're going to use some liquid adhesive. The sun was on it. It feels like even more liquidy than usual. And it's okay that I spilled on my card because it's probably going to get covered up anyway. So they're not all perfectly straight. Oops. Don't squeeze so hard, Jackie. The sun was shining on my liquid adhesive. It was sitting in the window. So it's a little runnier than usual. I also don't want all my ends at the same level. I want to switch it up a little bit. And I'm also changing the angles a little bit. And now I'm going to, I kind of want this one to pop. Yeah, we'll start on the other end. I'm going to work my way to the middle. I love this paper. It reminds me of my sister-in-law Tracy's paintings. Very much so. Colors, the style. Um, she's becoming quite famous. So Google Tracy Bolcha, artist. She's on Instagram too. She just had a show in the the West Coast, a gallery. Yeah, she's becoming famous. I'm so proud of her. Okay. And that one's going to go like so. And then this one is going to pop up right in the middle. Well, I'm not popping it, but it's not going to be covered in any way. It doesn't overlap with any of the other ones. Oh, I think I might just be empty. Oh. Okay. So when you're not using your adhesive, store it upside down so it's always ready to go. Okay? Kind of a cool holder. All right. Now, this one, oopsie, it's going to go in the middle, like so. See, so because it sticks out a bit more than all the others, it pops a little bit. Even though they're all flat, now we're going to put this on here. And this measurement is 3 3/4 by 5, I think. Let me just look. I want to make sure. Yeah, it's 5 inches by 3 3/4. Good. Okay, and that gives a nice big edge all the way around so that you see the blue, the misty moonlight. That is one of the colors I am going to miss the most, and I'm pretty sure that it is sold out, but I'm not 100% sure, so check for yourself. And Thursday, that's tomorrow, is free shipping on orders over, you know what, I think, I do want it like this. So the other thing I had to pay attention to with the patterned paper is that these branches are going up, so you don't want to do that upside down. And what I was saying is that there is free shipping on orders of $100 or more in Canada. I forget what it is in Europe. I think it's probably 100 euros as well. I know it's $75 in the States. Okay, so now we have this. Now what I want to do is I want to put the happy birthday and then the squirrel. And I might just, see, I like to lay them out a little bit like so. And I want them attached, I think. Yeah, I want that to be one focal point altogether. So we're going to pop up the squirrel with some dimensionals. And we have big ones and we have little ones. I'm going to use big ones. 1, 2, 1 on his tail. And then I'll do the same thing with the saying. Let's have a look, see? See, and it works out really well that the squirrel is on the more neutral paper. That just turned out, that was just a happy accident for me. You know what? I can't quite tuck it in as far as I would like. So I was looking for some scissors. These are actually my ribbon scissors, and I shouldn't cut with them. Good, I found my other ones. I'm just going to trim this off. Okay. And then we'll put 2 dimensionals on there. And if you guys are watching on YouTube, this will be pre-recorded. It's not live. I would love it if you clicked on the red subscribe button, and then you won't miss my videos from here on in. There, that's cute. There we go. How much fun is that? And then in the inside, we should cut a piece of paper to go on the inside. Let's see, I have some leftover white here. Yeah, that'll work just fine. Paper trimmer. So I want to cut that to 4 inches by 5 1/4. So it's 4 by 5 1/4. There we go. And then all I'm going to do for the inside is put my little squirrel on here. I guess I could stamp something. We'll see. We will see. Maybe you know what? The thing is, you should always do your stamping before you glue it on, because if you screw up, you could turn it around. Okay, so we're going to get our stamparatus out. There we go. Magnet. And this says, hope you're feeling bright-eyed and bushy-tailed. Yeah. We could do the hey there as well. So watch this. We're going to do this first. Hope you're feeling bright-eyed and bushy-tailed. We'll do that in the blue, the misty moonlight. And then we're going to do a hey there. Although I really hate it when people say that to me. Hey there. Or it's even worse when it's hello there. It's like, I'm not there. Just say hello. I don't get it. Hello there. Yeah. Sorry if you're one of those people that says that all the time. But I just think you either know my name or you don't. If you don't know my name, just say hello. Anyway, if you guys are a hello there kind of person, I'd love to know the explanation of why you would say that. Maybe there's a good reason. See, so hey there will be up here. And I'm going to do it in a different color. So we're going to do it in Cajun Craze, just to echo the colors on the front of the card. And then I should peek in the catalog to see what that pattern paper was actually called. There, that looks cute, doesn't it? I love the idea of the two colors. Now, I hope I left enough room for my squirrel. I'm not sure that I did. Let's have a peek. Put a little bit of liquid adhesive on here. See, because I had it upside down, the adhesive comes right away. You're not struggling with it. Okay, I got some ink on there. That's okay. Slide it around. Perfect. And the squirrel is going to fit. Look how cute. He's covering up my ink too. Awesome. So, oops, that was a lot of ink. That was a lot of glue. We'll just put it on lightly. I won't squeeze him. There. How cute is that? There. There's my stamping through my stash, and here are all the stamps that come in there. So great little die from Dress to Impress. I still have it stuffed full of things for the class I was supposed to do in Guelph. And there's the other dies. This is a great die in that set too. This one, the big perfume bottle. The buttons are wonderful, great for scrapbooking. The shoe, the lipstick. These are buckles because it also comes with a strap and a little purse thing. A whole big die like that to make a little bag. So this is great if you're doing a themed party. Okay, so I'm going to see if I can close that. I had all my little extra bits and bobs in there. There we go. Oh, and I forgot to put these back in. Ah! But look how cute that is. That would make a nice addition to a card. You don't have to use it as a strap for a bag. All right, guys, I'm totally getting off topic. So thank you so much for joining me. Thank you for subscribing. And I love it when you leave comments. It's always so nice to interact with you. That's what is the perk of doing videos and being on YouTube. It means a lot more when there's interaction between the person doing the video and the people watching. So I do appreciate you, and you know, someday maybe we can all meet. Wouldn't that be wonderful? And have a great big event, the Pampered Stamper, you know, wherever. It would be fun. Someday we're going to travel the world together and just meet everyone. All right, have a super day, guys. Thank you for listening to my dreams. Bye.